Thanks for tuning in to Gunsforgoodcoaching.com. Today, I wanted to discuss supplements, some inexpensive options for you, why I feel they're a good option for performance, and what you might be able to expect from them. Anyways, stay tuned if you would like to hear any of these things or more. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging in there. This is Christopher Bush with Gunsforgoodcoaching.com. A little bit about myself really quick first. I've been training for about 15 years myself. I've been a professional health coach for 4 years now. Today, I just wanted to jump into this and show you guys some of my personal favorite supplements for performance and different things that, a couple different tips and things as far as like taking them that might help you and benefit you as far as your training. So another thing is most of these supplements, guys, they're going to only cost you like half the price of like some of the other brands out there, and the quality is just as good. So first things first, let's check out the creatine. So creatine, and you know what? I'm going to actually cover like 3 of them in one shot. So creatine, beta-alanine, and kind of a newer comer in the industry is betaine. So all 3 of those are going to really have an effect on your performance in the gym. So by the research, and I say by the research because that's really what counts. If you go on NCBI, so that's actually a .gov website. So NCBI, they have a lot of studies on creatine, on betaine, on beta-alanine, and they're going to tell you specifically, how people have been affected in these studies, by these supplements, how their performance was affected. So all of these supplements, I've read the studies on, they're going to help you with muscular strength, muscular endurance. All 3 of these actually have been shown to have an effect on your lean body composition. So showing more lean mass and lean mass gains. So the first one, like I said, is creatine, and then there is beta-alanine, and you guys probably can't see this that well from there, but I'll be showing you up close in a little bit. And then it's betaine. So those are the first 3 that I wanted to discuss. Creatine, you don't have to cycle it. It is rumored out there that you have to cycle it. You don't have to cycle it. That's not true. It's not supported by studies either or research, so people don't see like a decrease in performance after taking creatine for a while. The other thing with creatine is that's an actual rumor is that you have to load it. So loading does not really show statistical evidence that it's actually beneficial. So creatine builds up in your system over time by taking increased amounts. Now, creatine is a naturally occurring supplement. You get it in your diet, typically about 2 grams a day, just from eating. Typically for guys, you're going to take, it's recommended that you take about 5 to 10 grams, depending on your weight. Women, about 3 to 7, depending on their weight. But you do not have to cycle it. And you do not have to load it. That's the other key things. That's what I want you guys to know. The whole loading thing is just a whole marketing gimmick developed back when creatine was first hitting the scene to get people to spend more and buy more creatine. So they don't really support, the research doesn't support actually loading it. So that's those guys right there. The other ones, if you're going to take beta-alanine, you have to take L-taurine. Other than, if you don't, you're going to have to cycle beta-alanine. So beta-alanine is the one that you do have to cycle. By the research, it does show this, that if you do not supplement L-taurine with beta-alanine, it eventually will become ineffective and you will lose the performance gains of it. So that's that. L-taurine has some health benefits of its own. It is known to help promote youthfulness and looking younger, so everybody wants that. The next one is L-glutamine. So L-glutamine, so the research is kind of divided on that. Some people report that it helps them with recovery. Other people say that it doesn't. I personally find with myself that when I take L-glutamine and I'm in a calorie deficit, it helps my recovery. Well, that could probably be due to the fact that it is an amino acid, and it is one of the most prevalent amino acids in your body, and it is one of the most needed amino acids for building and maintaining muscle tissue. So that could be a reason for that. But other people seem not to get an effect of it. I don't notice much of an effect of it when I'm on a high-calorie diet. So when I'm in a surplus, I don't really notice as much an effect of it. So typically I don't take it when I'm in a surplus because it's throwing money out the door for me. The final one is acetyl L-carnitine. Say that one 5 times fast. I'm not going to try on camera. So acetyl L-carnitine, I like it because it's an alternative stimulant to caffeine. And I like to avoid caffeine as much as possible before my workouts because I don't want to introduce more cortisol in my system than what I need to. Now, if you know anything about cortisol, cortisol is not the greatest thing to have stirring around in your system if you're trying to maintain lean body mass, because cortisol doesn't distinguish what it tears down. So it will cause you to lose several of your gains or not gain as much as you would have if you kept your cortisol levels lower. A big thing that a lot of bodybuilders and fitness competitors are interested in is bringing their cortisol levels back down as quickly as possible post-workout. So that's a big reason for post-workout energy consumption and things like that. So anything you can do to support that, all the better. But acetyl L-carnitine is not linked to an increase in cortisol like caffeine is. So that's why I like it. As with other amino acids, it is known to have an effect on lean body mass composition in the people that ended up supplementing with it. So there you go. I will make as a quick note on all of these things is that, guys, this is stuff that I take myself personally. But before you put any supplement in your body, you need to do your research yourself. The other thing is you just don't go slamming into the recommended dosages on these supplements. Just because they might be naturally occurring doesn't mean that you might not have an adverse reaction to it. A good example of that would be beta-alanine for me. Like if I take the recommended dosage of beta-alanine, it causes blurry vision. That's an extremely rare side effect of beta-alanine, but I do get blurry vision from it. Most people just see the normal side effects where there's just skin tingling and a few of those things, which is not necessarily anything to worry about. Almost feels like you get kind of like a little bit of a prickly feeling like in your extremities, but that's not harmful. For me, I don't necessarily want to leave the gym at night and not be able to really focus on the street signs and things of that nature where I normally see 20/20 quite easily. So I have to watch my dosage of beta-alanine. Now the last ones are going to cover is magnesium glycinate, I3C, and zinc. Man, I can't say that one for the life of me. Orotate. So those 3 I take, and one more, grapeseed extract, because they are known to be beneficial for testosterone. So grapeseed extract and I3C help support your testosterone levels by inhibiting testosterone from being converted into estrogen. There's studies on it. You can look it up. But that's what I do, or that's why I take those. Zinc and magnesium are known to be very beneficial for actually supporting healthy testosterone levels and increasing testosterone levels. Actually, a side note on zinc is a study I read recently that men that supplemented with zinc for 6 months, only 6 months, guys, increased their testosterone levels above the placebo group by 90%. That's huge. That's absolutely huge. So the reason I take magnesium glycinate, specifically glycinate, versus other magnesium forms is that it's bound to an amino acid that's called glycine. You can look up L-glycine and the effects on the body, but L-glycine has been connected to lowering and reducing the chances of cancer in high protein diets. So you can look that up. There has been some research in recent years that has supported that high protein diets in rats increased cancer risk and increased the finding of cancer, whereas the rats that supplemented with L-glycine did not have any risk associated with cancer any higher than any normal rat on a traditional rat diet. So then there's glucosamine sulfate. That one's just known in the industry for helping joint health, joint pain. Yeah, look up the studies. I usually take it just to help with joints and stuff like that, since I work out 7 days a week. The other thing is a multivitamin, a good multivitamin. Now, I like this one right here. It's only $16 a bottle. And actually, surprisingly, there's nothing on this table here that costs more than $16, even for the huge bag of creatine right here. So most of these supplements, actually, like this, cost me $16. A lot of these bags over here cost me $10 to $13. So, very inexpensive. But back to the multivitamin. If you look on the label on the back of your multivitamin, and a lot of them say oxides, you need to throw that away. The research just shows that with minerals that are bound to or are oxides, we'll not get into what they're bound to and why, but on that one, but the ones that are oxides are typically a very low bioavailability, which means that your body, it's not going to process as it's not going to absorb. So things that have low bioavailability just have a low ability to absorb, in the human body. So you're not going to get much benefit, if any, at all from it. So things to look for, like on your multivitamin, is things that are like chelates, which means the mineral is bound to amino acid or a monohydrate. Things like that. Or in this one, you have orotate. So that's another one. So anyways, guys, I'll meet you back over the desk where I can give you a little bit of a closer up view of some of these bags and just kind of finishing comments, and that'll be that. Hey guys, so I hope that you learned a lot, like with the video and everything today. As I was discussing before, I was going to show you some of my personal favorites here. So this is the creatine that I was telling you about. The other one is the Rhino brand right here. And so this is the multivitamin, the zinc orotate, the grapeseed extract right there, Puritans Pride, the glucosamine. I think that's pretty much all the brands. Oh, and this one right here, that is the I3C. So there you go, guys. There you have it. These are all these brands right here actually will save you a ton of money versus some of the other name brands. But they're also very, very good quality, excellent quality, actually, I might say. And yeah, hopefully, if you guys have any questions, just go ahead and reach out to us. You can reach out to me personally via YouTube, or the way I prefer is actually, if you have any specific questions, reach out to me directly at the website, gunsforgoodcoaching.com. Anyways, guys, that's it. My name's Christopher Bush. I hope you have a great day.